All right, how big is your dream? Now, this is frustrating. We want to reach our goal. We got rules, tools, and steps. And right now, for me, this is my last and final year to help people 6 days a week. And I've done that for 49 years. So the reality is next year it's going to be broadcast wherever I am on a business trip and have some fun. So I have fun with people, but I got junior and senior coaches coming up as well. What's frustrating is I got to get people past go. I think they're kind of stuck. I think they basically want to do things casually. Or let me just figure this out. No. I'm getting to the point I can feel the pressure. It's like I want to just scream, grab them by the neck. You see, if you're going to accomplish a goal, you can't be a procrastinator. The procrastinator is the killer of a dream. You got choices today. I do something that nobody does on this planet, and I can get you guaranteed $10,000 a month, $200,000 to $1 million if you want. I've done this for millions and millions of people for the last 49 years. So how big is your dream? I think maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. That's fantastic, but here's the problem. Most of you aren't cut out for it. Sorry, you're not. You got the idea in the back of your head, you want to be an entrepreneur. Most of you, say half of you, are not cut out for that. But you want the investment. You want to do some kind of goodie. You want to have money coming in. You want the American dream, right? So what do? I call it auto income. You see, I like helping people get to millions and billions, and that's kind of fun. But again, how to change the world, I got to start with you. So the bottom line today is very simple. What are we going to do? Well, first of all, this is live. Maybe you got a question or two, you put it on the speaker and I'll answer your question too. Live. I got the nickname of the Godfather credit. Been on KNX radio for about 49 years. But again, what do? For me, it was always see it, believe it, go get it. That's what works for me. Now, in the beginning, I'll say no pictures or recording because why? You take pictures of things you never look at again. It's ridiculous. So why don't we focus on what matters the most? First of all, you had to get to know me. My name is Ray Reynolds. I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. I got thrown in a trash can. I got used and abused as a kid. I wanted out of hell. What do? I accomplished every goal I've ever had, and I mean every goal. I got my first million at 14 and a half years old through corporate structure. Listen to my words when I say corporate structure. Okay, first billion, all right, at 21, 2.6 billion, 26. You see, I accomplished my goals. I don't have an excuse. But I had nobody helping me besides reading and understanding myself as well. There's me in 1981. I broke the record for the highest and fastest kick on planet Earth. So I don't know why people say white man can't jump. But I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies to me are the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris. Or that's the goodies. The helicopters, the mansions, the houses in Huntington Harbor, Big Bear, Havasu. Gotta have fun. Now, weird for me, I brought in my first million when I invented a product. I invent products and do all kinds of things. So I invented something called Car Finder at the time. I was 14 and a half, by the way. All right, got my first million through corporate structure. I listened to a silly poker game and the kid in the corner, that was me, listening to that corporation's a legal person. When I produced my first Winning the Game of Business series to help people, big cassette and books, I want to help them show what I did for myself. That was in 1976. Page 6, paragraph 3 says financial freedom. It also says cash flow for your time. I wrote that a long time ago. By the way, I was 16 years old at the time. I was building my mansion in Havasu, building my mansion in Nellyville, California as well. So what do we get to do? I think what happens with most of you, you get stuck. I think that kind of sucks. What happens is we're measured by our Social Security number, all right, our tax return, all right, our credit score. We got to understand how to play the game to win. So I believe what happens to most of us, and you, what happens is you lose your job, have an emergency. I look at time, credit, and money. Time, credit, and money. You got to write that down. If I run out of time, I don't have any money, I better use credit. Got it? It works in conjunction. So we have to understand something. I call it an oh shit day, week, month, or year. So don't be offended, please. I lose my job today, it's oh shit day. I can't get a new job till next week, then it's oh shit week. 8 months later, I got oh shit year. See, the problem is you take your bad credit, you drag it on. You play the up and down show. The other problem is you didn't create auto income. The next thing is you got to pay for your bills, your family, your house, your kids, and all the goodies. But what did you do? You jacked up their own damn card. All credit cards, let's write it down, fluctuate but two. Every card you have needs a sticky. Write it down. These are procedures. This is the live by. You got a 50,000 card like this, fine. I want to get you 10,000 cards if you allow me to. That means every card for 10,000, you're going to use 29%. That's $2,900. When you jack it up, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. But what happens is we have a oh shit day. You panicked. What did you do? What you should have done flat out is use these. See, these don't fluctuate. I got them to do a POT 18 years ago. That's called a paid overtime limit up to $100,000. They're unlimited for $1 million. So when we have a bad day, bad week, bad year, we have to basically get through the process because it doesn't last forever. The bottom line is if you would have jacked up these, you would have never dropped your score. So you backed yourself in a corner not knowing what you needed to do. I think the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. This is my opinion. What do we get to do next? Okay. If we understand in rules and tools, we're going to write down raise rules and tools. The ultimate goal is very simple as we do these processes. I think when we have that oh shit day, we should increase our credit limits right away. Next thing we had to do is be analyzed. I've analyzed over 50 million people so far. This is 163 points, okay? This is in 90 working days. Here we have a 479. In 90 working days, 155 points. Here is a 635 to 828 in 90 days as well. You see, I got lucky while I was being used and abused as a kid. Later on, I got to train Ken Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW in Spirit. So I'm the guy that was training him. Every credit report has a graft on it, by the way, a graft. By the way, that's the heartbeat of your credit. Your credit has a heartbeat. You're the one controlling the heartbeat. You're the one screwing it up, sorry to say, but it's your responsibility. I believe as a consumer, listening very carefully, you should have $100,000 of credit. 100,000. Maybe 2 of these or 10 of these. What do? The next thing we got to think about is why do I say that? If we have $100,000 of credit and we use 29%, $29,000, that leaves us $71,000 of safety to get through that oh shit year. You understand? See, it didn't last forever. You drug it on to last forever. Every one of you who have shitty credit today, you probably have it for the last 3 to 6 years, maybe longer. See, the problem is when you repair your credit, which is a lie, you have to rebuild it, it's the only thing that works. The reality is you're going to screw it up again and again. If you don't put the discipline down and put it in place, you're going to screw up all your life. You're going to be disappointed. You're 35 to 75 years old now, and I don't believe you got your American dream yet. Now, the corporation's important to all of us because understand, if I receive money, I am taxed. I get a paycheck, it is taxed before I get the leftover. Same thing with you. If a corporation receives money, it doesn't pay tax, so it's profitable. So I'm going to go to the board. If you don't have your tab and a pen, go get it so we can begin, please. What do we get to do? Number 1, let's write down you here for you. Circle it. You should have 3 divisions of you, 3 divisions of you. Believe it or not, you could have a division of yourself and have what's called an umbrella. You see, when we look at this correctly today, ow, 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 that hurts. I'm a legal person of flesh. A corporation is a legal person of law, public record. Not here to be seeping attorney. What do? We go a corporation here. Now, you might have an LLC. You might have an LLP. You might have basically a C Corp, an S Corp, or basically a PC. You might even have nonprofit. That's your categories, okay? Now, what matters the most to me is you have a corporation because it's a legal person. The next thing is I want you to have 100,000 credit. Let's understand something. All right, a corporation can have an entity. That entity could be a subsidiary, or it could be a division that I invented the process in 85, 86. So we have to understand something. If I get 100,000 like these are Wells Fargo's 150s, and I get this for the corporation, 100,000, okay? Now that's 100,000 in credit plus. If my company is a management company, I'm entitled to have a division if it's a management company, okay? Managed company. Let's think about the banks. Your Bank of America, 2 weeks ago, announced they're closing down another 3,800 locations. They have closed down over 11,000 so far. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's understand something. If Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank can bankrupt a location because it's a branch number, they get to take the assets and the money and walk away and write off on their taxes. Your problem is you allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep. If you don't incorporate, the reality is you're always going to be a duck and a sheep and pay tax for everything you do. If we're a corporation, we pay tax when we're profitable. So that $100,000, I can multiply it per entity. Each division has its own credit file. I'm Ray Reynolds, the guy that invented the division process 8586. So if I get you 100,000 credit for the corporation, I can do it times every division we have. No one teaches division because they don't understand it. Unfortunately, we had the pandemic and I died in a coma and came back in 2011. So what do? I want you to think about a corporation, and the bottom line is it doesn't pay tax, so it's profitable. And then I want you to write down borrow money is not taxable. Borrow money is not taxable. So understand what I've taught rich and famous people for 49 years. Now, I think half of you, again, are not ready to be an entrepreneur. I don't think you have it in you because you don't have the guts, or you don't try, or you fall on your face and you kind of give up. And some of you are freaking lazy. Sorry. The rest of you want to go get it. Here's what happens. Okay? I believe you want the American dream, the corporation, maybe the division process, and if you allow me to do it for you, I'll line up the business. I'm not going to take the money and put it in escrow. You're going to do that. I want to build the credit. So you have to be part of the program. I will not help you get to million to billion unless you are. When I invested in my first storage unit years ago with my ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis, he was running the LA school board. No problem. When we close escrow, Mike cut every month to the corporation with $17,350. He got the same thing. The corporation absorbs the money. It doesn't pay tax, so it's profitable. I'm sorry online and social media, you got all these people giving their opinions, and I don't think they've made 100 million to $1 billion, all right, like I have, but it's up to them. But I haven't done it personally through the corporate structure, of course. I'm not silly enough to go, I'm rich, I'm rich. That's just stupid people saying that. But the bottom line is very simple. Let's understand. Your corporation, when you start to make money, all right, is not going to pay tax, so it's basically what? Profitable. The LLC, LLPC, everything you do is going to become an S Corp. This is the IRS code 1244. It allows you and the corporation to what? File tax return together. You will get a paycheck, as I said so. Your house payment for 24 years is interest pretty much only. You don't pay it out to the last 6 years. We're going to show you how your lifestyle is your income base and break even. Would that be okay? So as we play this game, remember something today. You allowed yourself, all right, to kick your own assets. You should have played with me a long time ago. I've been online or in person for 49 years. So let's do this. Let's fire you and hire me. Simple. I like goodies. To me, it's a mindset. If I can touch it, I can kick it. Because I can do the splits every which way. I can see it, I can believe it, go get it. I don't have excuses like maybe you do. Reality is going to be up to you. My next series was very simple. I wanted to call it Books for Dummies. That was already taken. I created something, 12 books, 12 months of the year. What did we get to do? Simple. The 1,000 Steps, Rules, and Tools, the Millionaire's Founders Kit. This is the outline to outline $1 million structure, by the way. Very simple. Now, it's called the Blueprint of Success. I rented that and own the rights to that too. So I want you to be a puppet master. What does that mean? You and I are going to get to know each other. When I was tested at T-Week of junior high at 14, they found out my IQ is 203, and I write with both hands at the same time. And I have total recall on most things, so I'm not going to forget you. You are going to have to step up to the plate. You're going to become a puppet master because I said so. I want you to listen and learn. What does that mean? Here are 2 of the cars of the 21 car collection. 2 of the buildings out of the 2.2 billion in real estate at the time. What does that mean? 1,013 divisions. 1,013. I'm going to want your cell phone ready in a minute. Is that okay? Let's pretend you're going to do what I tell you to do, because I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to talk to you nice and sweet. I'm going to push you, and I'm going to guarantee up to $10,000 a month, period. What's going to happen is simple. You drive down the busy street today, your problem is you. When you looked at that Wendy's restaurant on the right-hand side and the Jack in the Box across the street on the left-hand side, you didn't say one thing you should have. Why don't I own them? See, there's your problem. I don't get it. I always want to know who owned the damn restaurant, who owns this, who owns that. See, you had the opportunity right in front of you the whole time. You didn't pay attention. You wasted probably 50 to 100,000 in your lifetime so far. I think you just pissed it away. If we design this, you and I together, 10,000 to 100,000 a month, maybe we'll get you $1 million a month. I actually obtained to $1 million a year, by the way. Is that okay? So I want you to take your picture right now, right now. I want you to laminate that when you print it in color. I want it as your screensaver for your phone and your computer, and I want it on your desk at work, maybe the refrigerator too. Take your picture. Now, to get into a project like this, you're going to need some money to do so. I'm going to build your line of credit for you so you can write a check to the escrow company. You never write the check to me. Got it so far? We're going to build you up in a way to be a puppet master. So if you're not ready to be an entrepreneur, that's okay. I'm going to do all the work anyway. So what happens is very simple. I'm going to take a time of an hour on the phone with you and your partner of life. I got a blueprint you. I need to know if you have a bankruptcy in the past or a tax lien. Did you screw up American Express or Chase? I got to go back to good, bad, and ugly. Family, you have one of those. I want to talk about corporation. You need 18 divisions minimum. From here, do you have an irrevocable trust? If not, I'll show you how to do that as well. Next, we're going to look at car, a division, house through trust, and we're going to have cash flow for you per time. I'm $3,000 an hour and $25,000 a day for the last 45 years. Very simple. What happens is a blueprint costs $2,000. If you did it today where you're online with me, you get a half price discount because you showed up today to show your appreciation. It's half price. You can always talk to one of the specialists right away. If you partner with me, it becomes free. The bottom line is going to be up to you how far you want to go. Now, I was given a choice in 1984. I got a letter in the mail. The letter is very simple. It says I have to pay $800 to $1,000 franchise tax fee for every corporation I have. Now understand, I own Shakey's Pizzas, 31 flavors, no problem, Subways, all right, donut stores, shopping centers, and condos everywhere. That would have cost me $1.2 million, by the way. So I asked Sacramento, California, could I create a form? Could I create a form that made sense? In other words, they said if you create a form, modify or invent one, no problem. I took what the actually Chapter 18 law book said, public record, I'll show you in a minute. And I took basically a fictitious business name. So let's understand it says first file, renewal file would change. Your corporation that I'm going to set up for you with you, or take the one you have now and add divisions to it, is going to be number 4A. My corporation, one of them are going to be 4A, or 4. I'm going to basically find out do I need an A, B, and C. In other words, when I project with some people, we get to play the game to win. The ultimate goal is to win the game of business, like I said before. So let's understand something. My thing is 10 types of businesses. That's what I've done for 49 years. For instance, a storage unit, they want $2 million for it. Okay, well, I don't have that, stop. That's $200,000. All right, 20%, 10%, whatever we put in. Now, if I put 4 of you in there, one me and the other 3, we got to figure out, could you put 50,000 down? Could you put 100,000? How much of the piece would you like? Based on the piece, how much would you like? From the storage unit to the laundromat to the car wash right here, all the way. So again, the Wendy's restaurant, the Jack in the Box. I bought my first Jack in the Box when I was 19. So understand, it's very simple. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, what happens here, I'm going to build you the personal and business credit to do this the right way. You're going to decide how much of a percentage of that restaurant, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, storage unit, car wash, laundromat you want. You're going to write a check to escrow, not me. I don't get the money. I don't want the money. I want you to own a piece. I think most partners suck. They're terrible. Friends and family always, need and greed and crap. See, when you put money in a project with somebody else and they want to invest it for you, you get money, Is retirement? Hell no. I want you to have a monthly income. What's the most important in your life today is income per month. We're going for 10,000. How much again? 10,000. Got it? Then we're going to go for 100,000 a month, and we're going to build it up and away. Now let's watch what happens. 12 months, you're stuck with me every 3 weeks. Then we're going to get you into a summit, my last and final one that's this next weekend. If you don't go there, you kind of blew it, but it's up to you. What's going to happen is I got to get you all these pieces. 100,000 of personal, 100,000 of business, no problem. I got to get you subdivisions. Blueprint call. I got to get you on that phone every 3 weeks. Why? Because I'm going to tell you what to do. I don't want you to think. I want you and your spouse or your partner of life to be on that call with me. It's normally $45,000. Today, while you're on this broadcast, you can get all those goodies if you want. It's a $20,000 spend. You spent $100,000 on crap you already screwed up and you didn't get what you want. Here you're stuck with me till we get to the goal, and then I'm going to be your coach for life anyway. So you save $25,000. Let's say today you don't want the goodies. Okay, what do we do? $10,000 invested. All right, I'm going to get you that process, build you up and away. You're going to get the 3-day summit coming up this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There you are. Now you're stuck with me. The guarantee is if you do everything you're told or asked to do, I'm going to tell you, sorry, don't be offended, I'm going to tell you what to do, is you're going to get to the $100,000 a month if you do everything I tell you. Is that okay with you? You have to be an entrepreneur. What happens is August 29th, 30th, 31st is our 3-day summit. It's my last and final one I'm going to do personally. Next year it'll be someone else, one of my basically, coaches, other coaches doing 3-day summits for me. Reality is I'll still broadcast a little bit next year, all right, because I'm going on a business trip with my wife and my kids. So here, escrow. I got to line you up to be a puppet master. Is that okay? So what happens, let's say you don't want to partner with me. Okay, no problem. If you like to learn to be a puppet master, you take a picture, you scan it, you pay later today. Next, there's 1,000 steps to millionaire status. 1,000. Okay, you have to understand that Millionaire's Founders Kit was designed for that purpose. 12 books, 12 CDs. Now, I personally sold this at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I was at Wednesdays, Bonaventure, Saturdays over in Long Beach, all right, Thursdays over in Ontario, and basically Tuesdays in Orange County. I did this for 32 years, being the second largest advertiser in California. I sold it for $5,000 a set. You're going to master what needs to be done. Now, here's my oh shit day. 2009, we took out one of my yachts in the backyard, group of 72 people. My wife wanted to take them out and watch the fireworks. Okay, we had a good time. It was the middle yacht. We didn't have to take the big yacht because why? We didn't need to because it was only 72 people. The big yacht holds over 150. So here we are the next day. I'm laying there. My wife thinks I'm dead. My heart's still going up and down the chest. So she gets me to the hospital. On July 5th, I actually got to die at 5:41. Kind of ruined my whole day. What do you think? But again, what's happening? My wife calls Ron, my office, my district manager. All right, instead of helping, he drives a truck to the main office in Irvine, One Technology Drive for Irvine Spectrum, and he loads it up with my books and sees you to steal them. Tom, my IT manager, sells my websites and phone numbers to our porn site. Here, I'm going to die in a coma, and these people that we trusted are stealing my life. Doesn't that suck? So understand something. I didn't get a chance to come back and help you, so let's pay attention a little bit more too. If you want $50,000 of credit today, and you pay $5,000, I'll give you the summit for free. There you go. If you don't need the $50,000 of credit, you can go online and you can spend $2,000 today, and you'll be online with your friends and family having a pizza party. I want you to share it with them anyway, because I want them to buy more products from me, and then you get to make a commission of 10%. Again, what do we get to do? The 3-day summit is a free bonus if you pay during the webinar with me. I'm the only one who can give it away. And if you don't do it during a webinar, I'm not going to give it away. Got it? It's that simple. So we're going to play the game to win. Take a picture so you know how to give us money. It's through Zelle. I love Zelle. What Zelle does for all of us is it saves that 5%. If you need to talk to a specialist because you want to do this now, 800-254-9506. But remember, they're going to charge you 5% fee using a credit card. Now, if you need to email me personally, there's my personal email address too. See, I want to make sure you understand. We're going to communicate all the time. Now, rags to riches. Everybody's got a sad story. I don't think anybody really cares anyway. I was born in a taxi. I got basically Mrs. Hope, She-Devil from hell. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I think you've been making mistakes since day one, sorry to say. I believe I'm right, you're wrong. Is that okay? Now, what do? A corporation's a legal person. It's right in front of you. This is chapter 18. I'm not here to be CPA an attorney, but I'm going to explain to you very simple. Corporation's a legal person. I learned this at 7.5 years old, listening to a poker game. Next day, I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. I knew there was a library next door. Man, what does this mean? See, I taught myself to read 2.5 years old. I used to freak people out all the time. She read a book and I memorized the book. I didn't have to look at the book anymore. Because when you have recall, you get to remember everything she said. Now, what it says next is make sue or be sued. I didn't pay attention to that. I kind of screwed that up too. Same thing you're doing today if you have a corporation. On the bottom here, let's read it. Not require the file a fictitious business name. This was actually wrong. I knew that at 9.5 years old. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was wrong. Now, I sent away $10 to Sacramento, California. I started Helping Hand Industries. All right, it came back. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Came back to everybody. Got credit in the mail for applying for credit. Corporations too. I got named to the movie Dave. Then I started the Orange County Blind Center at 12.5. I got named in a lawsuit. I used the word Braille. It didn't belong to me. It was owned by the Braille Institution. I had to learn the hard way. Never bring the pain home. The lie that happens today is you lie to yourself or someone lies to you. Sorry to say, but it's true. You see, a corporation does not protect you. If you say it does, it's not true. Let's pretend you listen to someone on social media. Bankrupt, you can go get another one. Sorry, you can't do that. That would be fraud. But let's understand. When I wrote a book with Ken Yarborough, Security Chief at Tier W and Spirin, all right, what? In 87, he wanted to lie, call file segregation. He says, my division process takes 3 to 6 months. The bank wants them maybe 2 years old anyway. See, a corporation's a legal person, as I showed you, public record. Now, it files bankruptcy. That's under what's the bankruptcy? The Bankruptcy Protection Act. So the Federal Protection Act, okay, no problem. It bankrupts, but then you guarantee the car, the building, lease, and the credit card. They're going to come get you too. So if you had 3 divisions of you, like I said here, they gave you 3 chances to try. Your problem is you don't know about division process, and you keep being a duck and a sheep. I'd like to hold your hand and teach you how to play the game to win. Is that okay? But then you're stuck with me up to 6 days a week. Take a picture right now, please. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years, free. Take a picture, scan it, get a corp, just pay your filing fee. Usually about $30, maybe $100. You see, the next thing is you have an address of home, maybe shared office space, maybe a UPS store. Well, you can't bill credit UPS or usually shared office space. What I do for my clients if they need an address is I lease them 12 feet of my building, 12 feet. So I'll lease you 12 feet, so then it's not considered shared office space. Is that okay? If you get 12 feet, no problem. So now you have an office, you can scan it, you can call Julia later today if you want to, and now you have an address to bill real credit as well. And I'll bill it for you up to $1 million of credit right away. But it's gonna be up to you. Now, if you have a corporation or need one, I'll give it to you for free. Again, you pay your filing fee, but you're gonna need Dun & Bradstreet. See, that's a credit file for supply and vendor credit. That's the goal. Remember, I'm gonna set up your goals with you and for you. Daily, weekly, and project list. I'm going to be telling you what to do every step of the way because I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up in most cases. Well, what are we going to do? Now, here's me. All right, the helicopter always been on top of the big yacht. But what happens is here, the middle yacht, 72 people, no problem. What did we do? Everything I touched since I was about 4 turns to 100 million to $1 billion, by the way. All right, God gave me a blessing. That's good. So what do we get to do? Here I am in a coma. The next day I get to die. Take a picture. Why don't you Google the address? You'll find out I'm telling you the truth. They will set you free. What do we get to do? I'm laying there in the coma. I can hear everything. No one's paying attention to me besides the machine went beep and then stopped. In the coma. All right? My wife was tricked to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. She's freaking out. What, I got a choice to stay in peace or go back? Okay. I said go back. So let's understand something. I had to rebuild my life again and again, just like Humpty Dumpty myself. Here's a man who says he lost his job. If that's true and has 2 kids, he has an apartment or house. All he's got to do is drive DoorDash, Lyft or Uber, all right, and have a damn garage sale. That's what I did. Or I'd go to the church for the food. I don't believe him. He's in his jammies. I think he's being lazy because he collects $210 a day. Why would he want to work, huh? See, the reality is some people need help. Some people just take advantage of the system. There I am in that coma. But remember, what did I do? 3 divisions, all right, and 5 closet divisions. What did it allow me to do coming out of coma in 2011? I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Understand? Happy wife, happy life. It's very true. What do we get to do? Understand. Born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Raised in Torrance, Watson, all those good areas in Long Beach too. A lot of shitty people, sorry to say. I got shot 3 times in my life. I've been knifed 6. So I don't have excuses, but neither do you. I'm going to tell you every time you talk to me, always good. That's been my signature since I was a little boy. And then I'll say thank you, Jesus, to myself. If you learn anything from me, please take a picture. And on Google, write a review, please. If you don't like me, because nobody likes you, nobody likes me, then leave me alone, please. See, what we're trying to do is make sure we have good reviews, but I had 13 what I call shitheads last year. They lie. I sued each one of them for $100 million. I teach them a lesson. See, I don't want someone to lie. If I help you, say yes. If I don't, leave me alone. Simple. See, if the devil showed up today, I'd help him. That's how it works. I've been online 6 days a week for 49 years, online or in person. I don't have excuses. Your problem is your lack of knowledge, is your stupidity. You're not stupid, but I think you've been falling stupid. You got an SS5, you don't even know it. You signed that to get your SSN. You got 1/10/40 tax return. When you look at this, it's called We the People, understand? Then your Social Security card says on the back of it, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and you break the rules all the time, and don't carry with you. Let's compare SS5 to SS4. The IRS created the SS4 for everybody, not just business or employees. If you go through your homework, SS4 right there. Number 1 says legal name of entity. If I can create an entity, I can create a credit file. It also says individual person. That means you, having 3 of those for you. Understanding how to play, not bring the pain home. Everybody wants to roll the dice, but unfortunately they keep screwing up and bringing the pain home. 87% of businesses fail anyway. So let's roll the dice as the division so we get to win. Now, what happened with most of you is very simple. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. All right, we're gonna start a business, honey. Oh yeah, we're all excited. Yeah. Let's jack up the cards, drop the score, get stuck, can't get anymore. Let's hawk the house. Let's bring the pain over to you and me, and let's be stupid. Well, that's what you did, which was kind of stupid. Do you understand? See, the goal was to never bring the pain home. I didn't get a family, a mommy and a daddy and all that family good stuff. I got to be used and abused as a kid, and it sucked. I wanted out of hell. So you got what I don't have, so I want you to make sure you protect it. Never bring the damn pain home, ever. It's not acceptable. You got a collection item, kill it 5 ways. You have an IRS problem, hey, they have a form for you too. It's called 656 433 A and B. See, you have to rebuild your life the right way, and you allow it to get screwed up in the first place. I am Ray Reynolds, the only one that the NACB ever certified on this planet as #1 consultant. National Association of Credit Bureaus of America. Got it so far? I created the 29% rule. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. All your dashboards use this today. That's why they say below 30%. So you might want to learn how to play my way and balance your debt. The bottom line is to never bring the pain where? Home. Now understand something today. Write it down. All cards fluctuate. All cards, write it down, come on. All right, but these 2 don't. The only 2 on planet Earth. So if we understand, if we have a bad day or bad year, what are we going to do? We're going to jack up the right card. That way we don't drop our score. The moment you drop your score, you got friggin' stuck. You couldn't get any more. You allowed it to hurt you and your family. It's not acceptable. All right, your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. You're not stupid. Hell, you did stupid. If you got shitty credit, we all did stupid. Understand that? There's no reason to do that, ever. No one should have shitty credit in the first place. That's the card you would jack up to maintain 750, maintain the payment. But it's up to you. We're going to learn Ray's rules and tools. Got it so far? What do? Credit repair. Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a scam. They indicted Daniel, the credit repair cloud. Chipmunk faces. Well, they have 3 ladies on their list that are on the social media. They're going to go get them next. You're not allowed to do credit repair and collect money up front, period. You have to be an educational service, understand, from their Credit Repair Organization Act too. But understand what they all do. It's very simple. My book that's been out there for 35 years for free, they use it all the time. Why don't you get a copy? It's called Winning the Credit Game. Letters to credit bureaus and creditors. It's up to you. Do it yourself for free. Don't pay that other company charge you $40 a month. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I believe you need to understand debt crisis intervention. This is very simple. The Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. Sorry, take a picture, scan it, get a copy of that too. Know what you're allowed to do. I'm sorry the world didn't want to train you. I've been trying to train people for 49 years. of what really needs to be done. Now, Credit Karma needs to be fired and shut down. They have no funding to help you. And on top of it, they only have 2 bureaus. Most of your banks use Experian. Chase is going to use Experian on the card's personal business. There's no interest up to 22 months. It's free friggin' money. Credit Karma, you're fired, in my opinion. Take a picture, scan it later today. So what happens is, from here, analytical750.com wants to actually help you, and they want to analyze you the first time for free. They want to charge you $25 a month. And don't worry about the black web, they cover that too. They have a $2 million bond. That other company's been indicted 6 times called LifeLock. Be careful of them too. We're going to make sure you understand how to play the game to win. The next thing, they're doing the Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax business reports. One app to do it all just for you. Is that okay? Take that picture, scan it later today, and sign up right away. That's all you got to do. Now, I'm going to analyze you personally. My team's going to help you as well. We're going to do a rapid refresh because I invented rapid score for mortgage companies 46 years ago and rapid refresh as well. I've been around a long time. When I was training in Yarborough, I was working with Ken Yarborough. Harold Stokes, he was my mentor, he was also my professor, and he was also my attorney. What do we have to do? A 750 is not hard to do. I want to get you big boy and big girl cards, 5 to 10,000 each. Most of you have little shitty cards. I want to do a rapid rescore to boost your score. I want it to block the crap you might have. Then I want the paralegals here to basically what? Go through the process for 9 months and build it up and away. It's $1,500. If you did it today on a webinar with me, you get a $500 discount. It makes it $999. See, I got to get you to be CFO ready. You understand that? Next, if you have a corporation, I'm going to help you build that too. My goal is to analyze you and tell you exactly what the next step is. I don't want you asking friends and family and guessing anymore. You're stuck with me, by the way. And I'm available currently 6 days a week, have been for 49 years. So we get to play. Every Friday at 1:30, I do a class live and analyze and use 20 people plus. You can join the class if you want to as well. You can watch it on Saturday as well. My goal is to help you, help me, and help other people. Right now, I'd like you to take a picture. Register your referrals. It'll ask you if you'd like a Zelle back to you for 10% or a check or store credit. See, 87% of our referrals usually come from our clients, which is nice. The goal is to repackage you under the Reynolds University program, and you're stuck with me. Now, I believe in getting past go. I think you're stuck. Lamborghinis, Duffy's mansions, white men do jumps, 2 people say we don't, more Lamborghinis, no problem, race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. I call it Ray's Rules. Would you like some too? It's simple. Everything's owned by a corporation because I don't want to be rich. Only stupid people say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. How rich are you? Oh my goodness, so it just scares the hell out of me. The IRS is watching these people pierce their own veil. I got classes, even specialties on Saturday as well. If you got a corp, fantastic. Not, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. What am I going to do? I'm going to give you $25,000 of credit for $2,500. I'm going to analyze, add history, and pop credit as soon as possible. If you did it today, I discount that literally to $500 less for $19.99. You see, I want you to take a Zelle today or get on that phone right away and talk to a specialist at 800-254-9506. I want you to take a picture of this if you allow me to text you or email me any events that I'm doing. If you don't, then you blew it. You don't get to let me text you at all. But I need your permission. So if you want to take a picture, please do that right away. Next, we got to think about repackaging you like Humpty Dumpty. Let's think. We're going to take corporate credit, because borrow money is not taxable. It could be these stacks. It could be the 12 million over here as well. You can have some more fun with that. There's 62 million of that, have some fun too. We're going to take borrow money and we're going to buy the lifetime income. The lifetime income is a fourplex, apartment complex, a Wendy's, all right, literally a Taco Bell, could be a McDonald's, could be a Jack in the Box, all right, car wash, laundromat, whatever it needs to be. We're going to use manageable debt. 100,000 of personal, $1 million for the corporation, and we're going to do auto income, and we're going to teach you how to leverage money every step of the way. Now, 100,000 or credit the office is 10%, that's 10 grand. If you did it today on their special, it's 8,000, you save $2,000. No problem. My special online here, it's 7,000. So you save $3,000 on that if it's a Zelle or call the office right away. That's during the webinar. What happens is you get a 10% discount on top of that if you would Zelle. Up to you. If we need $100,000 for the business and the corporation, should we just double the number? How about this today? Very simple. For $9,000, all right, you will get $200,000 in credit, $100,000 you and your corporation simultaneously at the same time. We will build it up and away. Now, what happens if you Zelle that, you save 10%. If you need to talk, and there's a Zelle to one of the specialists right away, let them know you just saw it online with me. 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5% more. Now, what's a corporation again? Legal what? Person. Let's think. If we take this corporation, and let's say you're in real estate, okay? Then you ought to find the form called assignment of mortgage that I created in the 70s and 80s. All right, it was updated in 86 as well. Assignment of mortgage. You see, the problem you have here, if we have 9 houses and 9 divisions and 9 loans, we have 18 liabilities. Which turd is going to fall and sue you and screw you up? You have the ability to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. The ability to protect you and your assets in your family. You got to learn to play. That's what the division process is for. You're allowed 4 things under my rules. You do what you want, it's up to you. Rules are simple. Buffer tax when tax due to you're profitable. Corporate credit is all the damn write-off interest rate credit card. From there, the car's fleet price, division process, and the hotel, we get a free buffet. Your division is your line of defense. If you allow a business to do business as a corporation and they sue you. I call that silly and dumb. If you allow it to be your name, it's called dumb too. All right, the reality is if it names what it does, that's called triple dumb. Line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports. If I get 2 of these, I get 99 more. How many would you like? You see, what you have to do is realize debt builds businesses. Rich and famous people use debt to offset taxes. That's what I've been teaching them for 49 years. Your line of defense is a division. If a division screws up, you could disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and I save you other pieces. You can build a true corporate umbrella if you want to, as we play the game and win the game of business. Now, I'm glad my clients are out there helping you. I see them over social media, all these clients. I'm rich, I'm rich. I would say, shut up. They're not rich. You see, what happens when they keep saying they're rich, they're piercing their own veil. I mean, several have been indicted before for their blah, blah, blah. What happens on the BS? Credit repair is still a fraud. You have to rebuild it. Corporations, the biggest mistake I see on the social media thing. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. They're not rich. Their corporations might be rich. The IRS is watching them. I can name 4 of them who have been indicted before. If they don't shut up, the IRS is going to indict them again. When you say you are rich, you're actually taking the corporation and saying it's me. Me is an indictment, by the way. That's called stupid. Their corporations are rich. I've never said I'm rich. Corporation has $1 million of corporate structure, billion, that's fine. So I'd tell them to be careful, please. Do you want a rich corporation? You want to have a millionaire corporation? The answer is no. Would you like to have a million corporation instead of you being the millionaire? So understand, I don't want you to be a millionaire. I want your corporation to be a millionaire with 9 divisions, 9 locations, and 9 lines of credit. That builds $100,000 a month. Is that okay? When I established the division process in 87, while I was training Ken Yarborough, TRW Experian, it's tax ID. I don't need it in the beginning. All I need is a name. I get to take credit I have as a name of 2000 history, and I get to start the credit file, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Once I daisy chain credit, then I'll need tax ID to multiply the credit. So I can multiply it to $100 million if you want to. So what do we get to do? Each division is about $1,000. Today, in this discount, 3 with or without credit, 9 or 12. Take your picture. Understand the office will honor that as well. It's up to you as well. During the webinar, I'm going to double the number for you. Your 3 would be 6, your 9 would be 18, your 12 would be 24. But that's only during the webinar. That means you need to call or Zelle now. If you don't, I'm going to say you blew it, you got to pay the normal price. It's up to you. There's your Zelle. The office phone number is 800-254-9506. Simple to call right away. See, every division to me is a bucket of money. I want to build buckets of money and use what I created for the Reynolds University. Now, let's understand. It's to think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Okay, all right, think to what? Be rich? No. Think to be impossible and reach the dream. I've trained 50 million people to use the division process so far, millions to billions. No problem at all. Would you like to learn too? It's going to be up to you. Like I said before, if I did anything you liked, one thing or more, and usually because I'm going to change your life because you'll learn more from me than anybody on this planet, and I believe that to be true, Google, put a nice review. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. Pretty simple to do. We got choices to be that puppet master today. It's very simple. If you're not ready to be an entrepreneur, let me build the credit, line you up, put you in an escrow, and you get to get auto income right away. There you go. This is 1,013 divisions. Very simple. Boring and steady, I've been in my books for the last 49 years. All right, I told you to take a picture earlier today. Hopefully you did. What we're going to do is take the corporate credit we build you and let you get into an escrow. Your goal is to basically be 4A. What percentage of 25, 50, 75% of a storage unit, laundromat, dry cleaning, car wash, or even a Wendy's or a Jack in the Box, okay? You get to decide that, and you're putting the money in escrow. Escrow is always closed 99%. If it doesn't, you get the money back, do another one as well. It's very simple. There's no excuse anymore. When you partner with me, I want to make sure you have 200,000 of credit, divisions, subdivisions, blueprint call, and a call with me every 3 weeks. I want to make sure you get to millionaire status minimum at least. It's usually 45,000. Today, if it was done right away, 20 grand, you still get all the goodies, but it's up to you. If you don't want the goodies, all right, and you just want the partner with me, it's 10 grand. But then I'm going to give you the 3-day summit for free if you partner with me today during the webinar. If not, then you got to buy it separately. Very simple. It's August 29th, 30th, 31st. It's this coming weekend. See, you got to realize for 3 days, you're going to learn to master to be a puppet master. You can scan it and sign it by yourself as well. If you want, we're going to go through that 18 book CDs, over 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. If I give you 50,000 of credit for 5,000, you get the summit for free. There's how it works. If you don't want the 50,000 credit for $2,000, you can watch from home. And then you can have a big pizza party with everybody you have, friends and family. If they buy something, let them be your referral. They'll make you 10%. So I always sell people up to $1,000 a day. If you partner with me, it becomes free. There you go. So understand, there's your Zelle. There's the office phone number to talk to a specialist right away, 800-254-9506. There's even my personal email address if you need help too. I got no excuses. Neither do you, by the way. So if you need someone to design a custom package to coach you in your product, in your company, we have a 3, 6, and 12 months program. Very simple. It'll be customized by one of our specialists if you need to. So remember, look behind that curtain every time. All right, for me, I'm going to basically do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Our choice today is to keep doing the same thing you've done all your life, the rerun you had yesterday, the day before, and the day before that. Or let me change your life and basically partner with me and get you auto income. So today, 800-254-9506 right away. All right, I was going to tell you we're going to do our best. God will do the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.